Anyway, we're excited. It's almost festival season.
Yeah.
And it's happening, and we're going to have a good time. Okay, let's talk about Gal Gadot.
I mean, I don't have strong opinions on Gal Gadot, but the internet has very strong opinions on Gal Gadot.
Very strong opinions.
Polarizing.
She just got a Walk of Fame star.
Yeah.
That, aside from all the Disney Snow White stuff, I do find interesting. And the only reason why is because I think that growing up, we felt like getting a star on the Walk of Fame meant that you probably had a very long career that was very successful in a way where you might have gotten, like awards or just, you've done a lot of things, like maybe a Samuel L. Jackson or like something like that. So Gal Gadot getting one is interesting to me. But I also
I said people on the internet have strong opinions, I didn't know that the person sitting across from me was one of them.
Hey, listen, because you know how people get stars, right?
Yes, they pay for them. A lot of people don't know that. That's the industry that you need to know about.
Wait, so I looked this up.
$20,000?
No.
Dollars?
So hold on, because it might be, but just because it's like you have to kind of like the way that you also get like maybe a Grammy or an Oscar or something like that, you kind of have to campaign a little bit as well. So the nomination process, there's actually a group of people who remain anonymous that you also have to like give your information to. And hey, this is my intention. I want to do this, whatever. There's a list of people and they go through this list and they kind of judge it based on your career. Like I said, it was like you would hope it's based on how many projects you've done that have been celebrated and successful and how long you've been doing this and just how maybe good you are at doing it. Not to say that I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is like there is a selection committee and there's a fame requirement. You do have to be famous to some extent. Now where the money comes in is once you are approved for it, you then have to, the two things you have to do, $75,000. $75,000. And then you also have to set up the appointment to actually have the ceremony.
Right.
If you do not do that, you don't get the star.
Right. But of course, people want their ceremony.
Right.
And then, obviously, to most people that are getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, $75,000 isn't a lot of money.
There are two celebrities who got the star but never set up the ceremony.
Who?
You know what I'm trying to guess?
I can't even come close. Who would just be like, what, I'm all right.
Double check that. Hold on. So it's Julia Roberts and Clint Eastwood.
What? Okay, Clint Eastwood makes sense.
Those are the two celebrities.
Clint Eastwood makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like, it's a whole process to even get there. Then they have to pay for the star themselves. And then they also have to like make sure that they're kind of the committee's on their side, like whatever's happening. And then people do have to come to the ceremony, whatever. It has to be a big deal.
Yeah. Have you been to one?
I have not been to one.
Oh my God, I went to the NSYNC one. One of the best days of my life.
I'm sure
to be in the streets surrounded by all the NSYNC fans, like pressed up against barricades, like we're teenagers again. Like,
I'm sure.
That. It was so
I'm
good.
sure. That's so funny.
But Julia Roberts surprises me because she deserves the star clearly, and seems to be a pretty chill woman. So I'm like, at what point in where she was like, you know what? Was it the $75K? Was it the like not feeling like showing up? Like I wonder why she was like, I'm all right, y'all.
Well,
because I thought the star themselves had to be the one to apply. I thought they applied for it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is like technically, yes, anybody who applies for it is on behalf of themselves.
Right.
But like there is a process and it probably most of it might be done by a team. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't think they're sitting here and like filling out, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like maybe Julia Roberts' team kind of did it. And maybe they didn't know what was necessary. And then they were like, $75,000. And then they were like, I got to go to an unveiling ceremony. You know what I mean? I could see Clint Eastwood doing that. But yeah, so
he
it's like,
want to do that.
I do think, you know, it's the same thing as like this festival, but obviously to a much grander scale, like the festival thing where it's just like if it's before a project, after a project, marketing comes into play. A lot of the times the stars will happen around the time that this project needs to be marketed well. I don't know if anybody's caught on.
But that is definitely a big thing. They will try to like tie the ceremony to like a project and a release.
Yes, exactly. So I think in this case, the Gal Gadot thing happened because of Snow White.
Not knowing
that there might be all of this happening around it. And obviously it's gone from, you know, issues between she and Rachel Zegler, or, you know, anything that has to do with politics on both sides, which again, that caused the rift between her and Rachel Zegler, apparently. Then we also have the other stuff where it comes to the actors, the dwarves in the film, and who they had play dwarves in Snow White.
I do remember that stuff going down.
Yes. And so it's just been so riddled with problems. Oh, and then also Rachel Zegler saying that Snow White, she didn't like the original story and how the new one's better. And, you know, Disney fans obviously not being very happy about her shitting on a Disney classic, you know, the Disney classic, the original Disney classic. So I know you can't say much.
Over here like,
You're like, yeah.
Like, you go off, queen.
These things happen.
No, but like, you, obviously, I'm a massive Disney fan.
Yes, as am I.
And so for me, I just feel like sometimes, ... Disney adults, I'm one of them, get a little bit too protective over Disney's material.
Okay.
It's not your material.
Okay.
It means something to you.
Yeah.
But like, even the way they treat the theme parks sometimes, it's like, you can't change this. Why'd you touch this? This is blasphemous.
Yeah.
And they have all these opinions. Let Disney make the magic. Let them make the films. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, obviously.
Right.
But like, Disney gives us so much.
Yeah.
So many movies, from animated to live action to the theme parks. Like, enjoy the content, and if it's something you don't like, don't consume it. I guess to me it's that simple. So when people get like so up in arms like they are about this film, and I'm like, what is this the hill to die on? I guess that's what I'm just like, why are we dying on this hill? Which, by the way, don't know if you've seen this update. Everybody that's seen the film says it's amazing.
I was just going to ask you,
phenomenal.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it.
Because there's been a premiere, but
there was a premiere, but I didn't get to make it to the premiere. I was at Rolling Loud. But
dang, that must have been sad for you, though. Actually,
I was pretty depressed.
Like, oh my God, are you
sad
okay?
Evening for me.
Yeah.
Yes, I was watching like 03 Greedo while the Snow White premiere was happening.
You know,
but
trade-off.
But yeah, no, for me. Yeah, it's just like I don't like that approach that Disney adults tend to have with like being overprotective of stuff. Stuff can't change. Even most people's opinion with live actions in general. You have people that are like, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? Lion King made over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Aladdin made over $1 billion. Why are they doing this? Because people want to see it. The people
I thought Aladdin was nice. I'm sad people didn't like it. Yeah, I'm actually kind of like.
Speechless as a song was a little bit of a struggle.
It was
for
very
me.
strange.
But the movie
strange.
was solid. Will did amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've hated any of the live actions. Some are better than the others, but I don't think I have a problem with this journey that Disney has started. And I'm excited to see how they did Snow White.